Yes, when they blindfold us and take us into the caverns.
Right.
Where you're just like Hunter Thompson.
Yeah, that's where I gathered my notes. From now on, for every episode from now on,
Doing comment of the
we're
week.
going to do the comment of the week.
And we got probably the best comment of all time.
Hey there, Patriots. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be.
Patriots, I'm pissed off. I'm really fucking pissed.
Cat's been mad all day.
I'm mad. I've been mad all week. Shit's fucked up. Shit's fucked up right now.
Yeah, but it's also chill.
It's cool how many people are protesting, honestly.
Yeah.
a lot of protests have been going on, if you don't know. Countrywide, every state, massive anti-Trump, anti-ICE protests, which is honestly, in a way, also cool as fuck.
What are they trying to distract us from, bro?
What's the ulterior motive? Who's paying these protesters?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, big shout out to the Democratic Party initiative to spend $20 million to search for the next Joe Rogan. We have been huge benefactors of that grant. That's how we bought the podcast equipment, the microphones. That's what's funding all these sponsorships.
Yeah.
Shout out to Labubu for all the money we're getting through, and they're also an operative wing of the Democratic Party.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
The dolls are imbued with a dark magic that makes them hypnotize you when you look at them. This is just what our handler's been telling me, and this has just been kind of what. The kind of stuff that they're when we have those meetings underground, the weird underground.
Yes, when they blindfold us and take us into the caverns.
Right, because you can't know where it is. It would be. I mean, if people knew what they were doing down there, and if people knew where it was, are you kidding me? They'd be.
Jeff's new runner-up to be the Joe Rogan of the left.
Yeah, I mean, they're pouring. I mean, I would like to see a little more traction with the videos that we're getting. I mean, they've spent, I think, like $3 million on this thing so far. But, the support that we're getting, we really do appreciate it. And I know a lot of them are like sophisticated Russian bots, Chinese bots.
Yeah, they've been bankrolling the fuck out of us. And you know what? We're almost YouTube partners now.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about, you want to get involved, like a YouTube partnership, all you need is connections with like the Clinton Foundation and like a $3 million government grant and a few months of fucking podcasting. And you could be making upwards of $75 a month.
You too could be a YouTube partner. Bro, how many people do you think will believe us if we just keep saying that we're being like sponsored and bankrolled by the Democratic Party?
I just want to keep saying it until it becomes true.
That's how manifestation works.
Yeah, we're in this. Don't get us. Make no mistake. We're doing this to make money, not because I enjoy it.
I'm having a great time. That's crazy,
dude. Editing those clips.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I do actually. I'm having a lot of fun.
This is the most fun I've had content creating for a while.
Yeah, it is. I've
been a content creator for like fucking 6 years now, and doing it by myself that whole time, and it just got. I mean, all I really do is shit post and fucking thirst trap and like very low effort stuff. So like actually like having a thing I put like a little bit of effort into. It's been nice.
Yeah, I've been
nice.
No joke. I've been begging Kat to do this for like sarcasm over. I've been begging Kat to do this for like 3 years.
I kept teasing him too. Yeah. I was like, we're totally gonna do it, and then he'd be like, all right, you ready to do it? And I'd be like, eh.
Yeah, you're like, I gotta focus on playing guitar.
I gotta focus on my OnlyFans.
Yeah, but good things take time. And
exactly.
we
$3 million later, 3 years in the making. Here we are.
Yeah, and just keep your eye out for new stuff that we got in the works right now. All right. Well, that was a good intro.
That was maybe our best intro.
That was a solid intro.
Oh, you killed that.
Yeah, thanks. We're back at home base after doing some recon missions.
We've been out and about.
Yeah.
Especially you, bro. You want to talk about what you... So yeah, back to... ICE protests, have been happening countrywide. If you're not someone who pays attention in the news, we're a little bit of a news podcast.
We're
now.
a news
We're
podcast
dabbling
now.
in light news podcasts. We're dumb as fuck, but
like what Joe
we
Rogan does. That's what Joe Rogan does. Joe Rogan does the same thing.
we're dabbling. We're trying to understand just what the hell's going on in the world.
Like Joe Rogan
with
and
our
Theo
hearts
Von.
and our minds.
What?
We're just like Joe Rogan and Theo Von.
We're just like them.
Pretty much,
But
no different.
And it's safe. We're safe. We're safe. All right, so I just got to get my
so like ICE has just been arresting whoever the fuck, like whether they are immigrants or not. Like they're going onto farms, they're going into fucking elementary schools, just arresting people, terrorizing children. Like it's been crazy. And so like the biggest protests have been happening in LA, and Jeff kind of hit that shit up. So you really did some groundwork here.
Yeah, I mean, kind of what I wanted to do was what I think like turned out to be like a very just sort of natural instinct, and it was. Well, I'll just say what it is that I did. Basically, my idea was to start from the Newhall train station and take the Green Line, and then which basically goes like through the valley, through San Fernando Valley, through Burbank, Glendale, and then to Union Station, LA. And I take that route all the time. It's just when I'm in the valley, I'm usually around in the neighborhood around one of those train stations, right? Or, I mean, some of them aren't so much neighborhoods as they are just like the middle of like the industrial centers of these communities. But I know the areas of them okay because I stop at all those stops all the time. And I figure, okay, this is basically my like main interaction with like this part of, the greater Los Angeles area. So I figured I'd just go around to those places, tell people I'm a reporter, that I'm curious about what have they've seen or heard anything about like ICE in that area. And so I stopped in Sylmar, I stopped in Burbank, I stopped in Sun Valley, I stopped in San Fernando, and essentially everyone told me like a different version of the same thing. And
what are the people saying?
Yeah, so the people.
What does the common folk have to tell you?
the common folk, dude. Because I talked to like a street preacher because I figured he talked to people on the street a lot. I talked to like
I talked to a preacher at a airport recently, like a Jesus guy. He came up to me and we talked about Jesus for a bit. It was lit.
I talked about Jesus with this guy too, but then I also talked to like a handful of homeless people. I talked to a handful of people who just like looked like they were South American, working at various jobs, people at the bus stop. And essentially what they told me was, not here. These areas are like nice. Like they basically were like, Sylmar's nice, so they're not here, was kind of their attitude. And they were like, I've heard that it's like going down in Pacoima. That's what everybody kept telling me. Like, nothing here. I talked to one guy who works in the school district. He said in this area, haven't really seen anything.
A lot of ICE raids in Pacoima though.
That's what the homeless people said. A Home Depot in Glen Oaks was specifically mentioned multiple times.
So yeah, it sounds like a lot of what I'm hearing is that the protesters have been protesting in the wrong areas. Like, I heard this Seattle recently too. Like there was a big Seattle protest, but like a bunch of people were mad because they were like trying to like call people to like come help and like protect like the surrounding communities from the ICE raids, but like they guys kind of just like weren't listening and wanted to go to like the big trendy protests.
Yeah, I do think that there is like a tendency to like, I mean, I think there also is an argument to be made. It's like, first of all, we're not protest strategists, right? Like there's people on the streets trying to put together these things. We should probably fucking get in touch with them if we want to do some serious analysis.
Again, like I'm not a protester. Like I'm not able-bodied enough for that shit.
You're at the HQ. Dude. I'm
at the HQ. Like my energy, I have more reach from my room than I will at a protest. Yeah. Like so, like I'm not someone who should be protesting.
Right. And then I had no idea because I was taking the Green Line. I actually had no idea that there was going to be a big protest in Pershing Square, which is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 blocks from Union Station. It's like less than a 30-minute walk. And you could take the Metro Red Line right there too, so really easy to get to. How did I get there that day?
You were stopping at the bars, weren't you?
Yeah, I did. I was. I was like, I'm literally fucking Hunter Thompson. I was like drinking in some bar, and someone like asked what I was doing there or whatever, because everybody's talking to each other. I'm like, oh, I'm a reporter. I'm like going to the. They're like, well, why aren't you there right now? It's like happening now. You're just drunk.
Stupid.
Yeah, then I also felt really stupid because I was talking to somebody I knew at the protest, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to, get on the ground floor and like see if I can talk to people who are affected. And then she's like, I could have introduced you to multiple people who are. I'm just like wandering around the train stops that I go to, being like, you guys seem fucking nice around here. You want a cigarette? I do. I buy cigarettes to give them to people so if they could tell if they would tell me about ICE.
We're bad at this.
Yeah. Well, look, it was my. It was my first, and it's like at first I was like, oh, this was like really dumb. I could have done this in a way more strategic way, like maybe found out where the action was going on. But then I also think there is like. Well, you tell me if this is valid or not. Like, I'm just, like, going to the places where I normally go and be like, hey, have you guys seen this happening around here? Like, that's, it's just, like, micro-journalism.
I guess.
I'm, like, half doing it for my own sake. Just to see, like...
Yeah, like, I know there's, like, ways... Like, I know there's, like, definitely, like, groups of people who are, like, way better at, like, keeping track of, like, where all the shit's happening, but, like...
Yeah, and I think a critique of my work could have been maybe you could have interfaced with people who know more than you do.
Yeah.
Instead of me just going out on my own with, like, a notebook and, like, 7 beers.
We need to network a little better
and being
with
like,
this shit.
I'm gonna find out what's really going on.
Yeah, but like again, like we've been busy as hell, and like this shit has just been going down in like the last week.
Yeah, I'm learning how to do the news.
Yeah,
like give me a break. Dude.
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
Yeah,
like I've just been like recently like trying to gather resources and like information on my Instagram story and stuff, and like I'm trying to like have those resources available, which bail funds shit, gonna be linking that in the bio for sure.
Right, we're gonna get a little more organized with that. Yeah, we'll do some activism and stuff. But yeah, the whole thing I'm writing the next edition of the newsletter is gonna be like my like Hunter Thompson ripoff of my Baby's First.
So yeah, you went to these areas that ICE wasn't really raiding to like ask people about ICE in the area, and they told you they were in different areas. Which and then I
didn't go there.
Didn't go there, but then you went to the big protest that was at around LA Union Station.
Yeah.
And what was that protest like?
I heard from a lot of people that the police presence was really heavy. I did see the area that the police had like completely blocked off. I heard, firsthand accounts of them being kettled in, which from my understanding is illegal. And there's people that I knew there that I talked to that said that happened to them. They got into altercations with the police.
Kettling is when the police block a large portion of people off
for an
in
extended
area
period of time
and don't allow them to escape,
Yeah,
which is illegal.
Yeah, someone I knew told me that they were like kettled in for like half an hour. They were asking like, where am I supposed to go? And they're like, well, get out of here. And they're like, well, I'm blocked in.
They're holding people past curfew.
These are reports that I heard from my experience. I saw absolutely nothing. And I was there past curfew, too. I was there till like 8:30.
Bro, LA's on fire. What do you mean?
Yeah, like,
it's
I
all
was there
burning
in the
down.
middle of it. I was in the whole march and everything. I personally didn't see anything bad happen. And I was out there well past curfew, too, which I guess is when people are getting arrested. I'm not saying that nothing was going on. I'm saying for whatever reason... I was dressed exactly like this, by the way. I'm saying for whatever reason that I can't quite put my finger on, I personally didn't run into any trouble.
For our listeners, this white man with his mustache is wearing a American flag bandana and a local gun store t-shirt. So about as American as you can possibly imagine.
Right. And everybody was really nice to me.
Huge.
Yeah, so grass was touched.
You know what? For your first day out on the job,
Yeah.
probably not bad. We're journalists.
Yeah, I was doing journalism. I was like, when I went to the Burbank stop, downtown Burbank, I was like, there's not going to be anyone here to talk to about this shit. Because I was like trying to get off at every stop. And I was like, it's a commuter station. There's very rarely people like loitering there. And I was just basically asking people who were loitering around train stops and bus stops. So there's no loiter. So I went to a great tiki bar. Got this like coconut drink.
Huge.
And hung out there until the next train came.
Huge.
But that's where I gathered my...
Bro, you're just like Hunter Thompson.
That's where I gathered my notes.
You'd be so proud.
I hope so. I think he would actually look at my writing and be like, this sucks. And you're ripping me off.
But, yeah, I mean, the main takeaway is we think this shit's wrong.
Yeah.
Fuck ICE.
Yeah.
The cops in here committing war crimes against the citizens.
Yeah, relax.
Which is like, fucking
We don't
relax.
need the army walking down
citizens
the street.
kind of just like chilling.
We need to fix our broken immigration system.
Yeah, but
We need to deal with this in a
Trump
humane
pulled out
way.
the National Guard from LA. He was forced to.
Yeah. I
Which
heard
is
that.
kind of a
Dude,
dub.
dude.
Protesting works.
You say what you will about Gavin Newsom. He's kind of got some swag, dude.
I hated him for a long time,
Yeah.
but he's kind of swagging it out
Yeah,
the last week.
I've been libbing out for Gavin Newsom.
Oh,
a little bit.
he's winning me over a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like I think it is like he will like lib out sometimes, and then like randomly he'll just show up on the news with like aviator sunglasses and like a bomber jacket and be like, "We're kicking out every single homeless person.
Yeah.
We are putting every homeless person up against the wall and shooting him in the back,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have a parade the next day because of it."
Yeah.
And then he'll take them off and be like, "Look, we need to take care of our. We need to."
He's so fucking like
Yeah.
bipolar with it, dude.
Yeah, it's really like the way he changes outfits when he goes like Hitler mode on the homeless people is so funny.
I haven't noticed that, but you're so right. Holy shit. And Gavin Newsom is the governor of California.
That's right. We're a news podcast.
We're a news podcast now.
Yeah, we didn't. You can see there's no notes. That was right off the top of the head, right there.
Yeah, like we're keeping up a little bit. There is I actually get surprised. Like I have a lot of friends, and I talk to my friends about like stuff that's going on in a way where it's just like I assume they know, but a lot of people just have no fucking idea like what's going on in the world anymore and kind of just like ignore it.
That's
which,
fine.
like,
I mean, maybe
understandable. Like we're
yeah.
all busy, we're all in the shits. Like we're all struggling for the most part. Like
right.
economy's tough right now, so like it's easy to forget that some people just genuinely have no idea what's happening. And it's not even their fault sometimes. Their algorithm like literally just like doesn't feed it to them. Like they just aren't seeing the stuff and like no one's telling them. So like how would
That's
they
why
know?
we're making it algorithm friendly, easy to understand, accessible news podcast.
This is a safe space to learn about leftism for dummies.
Yeah, and I might say some stuff that's egregiously wrong sometimes, and you're just gonna have to deal with that if you're gonna listen to the show.
Yeah, we're like a vibe rather than like don't take us too seriously when we're talking about the news.
Yeah. I mean that's probably in your
Couple of dummies just trying to do leftism.
Yeah, which
we're just looking out for our fellow man.
Yeah, it's really, to me, it's just like at the end of the day, it's just about human dignity. That's what I want to see more of, is just people living dignified lives.
Yeah,
it's really simple as that for me, and this kind of seems like the way to go. And
yeah, I feel like I saw someone put it in a basic way recently, where it's just like almost always right wingers are like trying to they're coming from a place of trying to get people out. They're coming from a place of attacking their fellow citizens, and leftists are almost always coming from a place of trying to protect their fellow citizens. Is just like baseline what it feels like. Will you grab me a guy too? You grab me a guy? Got me a guy? Got me a guy. I wish you were there for what I just said, though.
I heard it.
Oh, would you agree that that's kind of just like what it feels like for the most part?
Yeah.
Like, what else do right wingers want besides, it just feels they feed into the fear mongering of being like, we're trying to control them by trying to protect the rights of minorities.
Yeah, that's like they're.
What are you looking for? I got you. I'll open it. I'll figure something out. Say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, it's like, they're simultaneously like the alphas and the victims, right?
Oh, so true.
And they just have to like play whatever like manipulative emotional tactics, and like the left does this too, but like playing on people's emotions because their ideas are so unpopular. But it's like the truth has a lived up bias, So I do think that the right wing relies more on like cheap emotional tricks.
Yeah, not to say that
because those work. They work.
Not to say that the libs and the leftists don't get annoying with it.
Oh,
they
sure
do get fucking ridiculously policing of stuff that just like they shouldn't be, like trans meds and like being trans the right way. The amount of infighting in the trans community is astounding.
Some people have said this like way smarter and better, but people become obsessed with like petty culture wars because it's the last place in their lives where they have any control over anything anymore.
Yeah, I think a lot of leftists, especially like the ones I talk to and interact with online, they're not talking to or interacting with a lot of right-wingers because they're just like in their little bubble safety spaces, and so they want to feel like activists by being combative and arguing with other leftists about like who's the most leftist and who's the most correct. And that's where, PC culture starts to get a little bit like
you're just becoming cops, but like for in your Discord servers.
Yeah, like go fight the real fight, Like you can either
like us.
I see so many people who fall into the trap of getting into these online arguments about stuff that ultimately doesn't really matter too much, when it's like energy is so much better spent on helping your fellow minorities and like community building rather than just getting into these petty online squabbles. And I talk about this a lot lately because it's so many people who fall into the trap because like I get where they're coming from too, because they think getting into these arguments is like progressive, but it's just nowhere near as progressive. Like you're gonna change so few minds that way. You're spending so much time and energy doing it when like you could just be like helping people. Like you could just be
instead of engaging
minorities.
with the body politic, you're like doing what's like the tweet about like the text with like your Steven Universe Discord server, like you've been canceled from it. It's like the really long.
Oh, is it like a copy pasta?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with
everyone's
that
just like
one.
doing that copy pasta where they're like, I'm traumatized from living in an apartment.
Oh. My friend's sock won't do the dishes and it's giving me trauma.
Yeah.
That type of
yeah.
Yeah. They want to be progressive, but they're fighting the wrong people about it.
And it's like you can
Their
have like
anger is
good,
displaced.
healthy, spirited debate like in your own
absolutely
circles.
I just see it way too often where people think that the way they need to be like progressive and activist is by getting into these online arguments and debates constantly, when it's just they're not really accomplishing anything. And it's like, just community build. You could be talking to someone and
you
like
could be shorting cans at the soup kitchen.
Yeah, or that like I just
like that's
literally
I
just
promise you, if you are able to, that you will feel a million times better sorting cans at the fucking soup kitchen than you will after like owning someone in an Instagram comment thread.
Yeah. Or just like literally just hang out. Like just hang out with your fellow minority friends and like give them help and advice like every now and then. Like that's community building. That's so much more important than these petty squabbles.
What do you mean by like advice?
Like I guess maybe not advice isn't the right word, but just like literally just like have fun. Like it feels like such a stupid thing to say. Like it feels so surface level, idealistic, but getting into the online arguments is just like it's getting almost no one anywhere. Like
stop
in the comment sections,
arguing with people online. Hang out with minorities and give them advice.
Hang out with your
sorry.
Like hang out I spend a lot of time talking to trans people, and they reach out to me for advice with like surgery.
I see what you mean.
And I don't mean just like random minorities that like you're not a part of. I guess I could have worded that a little bit better.
Maybe you could like. There's probably some good advice you could give them, like what to do when, like sometimes people don't know what to do, like if ICE comes to their house or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like what their rights are is like
sharing resources.
Yeah,
just
it's like maybe
literally,
if you have like someone in your family, it's a lawyer that's willing to help. You can hook people up with stuff.
I just think talking to, hanging out with, making friends with fellow minorities is just so much beneficial than like getting into an argument in a random comment section.
That makes sense.
Like being an activist doesn't have to feel shitty. You don't have to be angry all the time to like community builds, and
you should do stuff that makes you feel better when you do it.
Help people. Like that's another reason I say I feel like my energy is best spent being an activist online, because I like to help people on like a one-on-one level. A lot of people who like DM me about like trans related stuff, like how to get surgery, like when they have just like questions about gender because they haven't come out yet. Like I try to help those people as much as I can, and then like offer them like send them my Discord server, and
there are many roles to fill in the revolutionary movement, and almost none of them are getting into flame wars, especially on Instagram.
Yeah, us talking to each other is so much, like, it's worlds better than just like arguing with people online. Yeah. Make friends.
And also like half the people you're arguing with online are like just people who are trained to infuriate you by foreign
They're either bots, they like getting people mad, they're
FBI.
A fucking CIA agent. Yeah, like you're not gonna get anywhere with that.
Yeah, it's like I bet like half the time, like someone you're arguing with is just like some kid who just finished his Morbinary mission and got a job with the CIA, making like $60,000 a year.
Yeah, no, a lot of people forget that a lot of people online just like making people mad. They don't even necessarily believe what they're saying. They just like causing a reaction. Yeah. And I just see way too many people fall into the trap, and I'm like, come hang out with us instead. Like, why are you spending so much time and energy arguing with these people?
This was so forgettable that this happened to us, and it was so who cares that I completely forgot about it. Is that we got one of our videos got like taken by right-wing Twitter, and some huge right-wing account was like,
oh yeah,
some like really big like 1 million follower right-wing account was like, because it was Connor and Sam, like,
right. Yeah, I made a video that was with two of our, a couple of our cishet dude friends, and I was just like, yo, these are my bodyguards right now, and they were just like, misgender her one more time, like, we're coming for you, transphobes. And it was so obviously a joke. Like, we're not trying to be intimidating. It was supposed to be funny. And oh my god, the right, like the amount of the thousands of comments we got of the right just be, am I supposed to be scared?
I'm not scared. I have a gun actually, and I would kill them if like, I'm definitely not scared.
All I see is three dudes
150 pounds soaking wet.
I'm not scared.
What's so funny is like what people probably don't know when they're watching that video is you're 6 feet tall and they're both like 6 inches taller than you. It's like probably
they're huge.
Yeah, it's like approaching like 500 pounds of dude between the two. I think they're both like well over 200 pounds.
They'd wreck most of the people in that comment section for sure. And like,
they're both fucking strong.
We weren't even trying to be intimidating. No, like and every right winger that saw it took it so seriously. They were like, "Oh, so what? You're gonna come after us if we call this dude a dude?"
The Twitter account is like right wing anon or something. It's got like well over 500,000 followers, and he's like, these two people say they'll come out after anyone who misgenders their friend. Are you concerned?
They're such a joke, dude. It's crazy.
What's going on?
They're like, bring back comedy. And they can't even distinguish what's serious and what's not.
It was like that got like 5 million views, more views than anything we've ever posted, and we got thousands of hate comments from like death threats, and I forgot about it honestly within 2 days. I was like, it literally didn't affect. No one came to our house.
They were definitely sharing that shit around, being like go harass these people.
I know, it's like they've never. It sucks because they never found the ad of the podcast.
They did. It's so crazy that
all
they like
came to your page.
They went out of their way to find this video when like they didn't even credit me in the video they posted. They went out of their way to come harass me,
dude. Like someone up there in that swamp saw that and put out a signal boost to all, because it was so many death threats.
And we were literally just like, yo, let's film a stupid ass video with you two as my bodyguards right now.
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't even planned at all. It was like a 10-second idea. It's really funny that's the one that I'm not in. But and Sam,
the amount of right wingers is just like, you little boys couldn't do shit to me.
Like, dude, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
So pathetic. It's
Millions
like it's
of people so mad.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just so easy.
Mm-hmm. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, we didn't get wrapped. They tried all that shit. They said all that shit. We didn't get wrapped in. I wouldn't even let it ruin my day, let alone
Dude, it was
an
just
hour.
It was just kind of annoying because it was like taking up so many of my notifications on Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
That's it. It was just an inconvenience.
I think Sam got pussy off that video.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
He was like, I'm going out on a first date with a girl, and this just happened. Because we only found out that happened because one of his friends was like, yo, dude. Because he's not even really... He's just a normal guy with a job. Like, he doesn't give a fuck about any of this stuff. Like, he's a good guy. Like, not saying he doesn't care. Like, he's a good dude, but, like... You know, he's not in this world. Like, he doesn't, like, follow this shit. He just did it because he's a friend of ours, and we asked him to do it.
This is what bridge building looks like.
Coworkers are just like, why are you on Twitter, like, and everyone wants to kill you? And Sam's like, dude, I'm going on a date tonight with this girl. Like, I'm going to look sick.
He's like, yeah, I'm brunting all. I'm like facing down all this transphobia to protect my trans friend because I'm about that.
Yeah, that's it. He literally got to do that. He literally got to do that on a first date with a girl that was like really pretty, and I think
I'm putting myself on the line for this girl.
All those trolls did was get Sam laid,
and me a little bit.
Yeah,
I got pussy off that video too.
Yeah. Nice.
So, thank you, transphobes, with the pussy assist.
Yeah. Sick dude layup, or the alley-oop type of thing. Yeah.
You should do that more, honestly. Mm-hmm. It's so funny because I think that's the most hate I've ever received on a video in my life.
Yeah.
I think that actually, that's more hate comments than I've ever got on a single video.
Yeah, it was so many.
And it's probably because they were two cishet dudes. That
we're in good shape.
Yeah,
it activated like a huge insecurity mechanism.
Yeah,
that triggered the fuck out of a million.
Get
snowflakes.
Fucking triggered, you fucking snowflakes.
Literally, you see two guys like who are like in relatively fucking good shape.
Sick beard that like none of these, almost none of these right wingers would be able to grow.
So many of the comments were like just because you have a beard and giant muscles like doesn't mean you're manly. Actually.
Just because you're tatted the fuck up and like look big like doesn't mean you're actually scary. This is actually cringe.
Yeah, this is actually fucking cringe, and they're not actually jacked, and they're not actually fucking manly. But I am.
I'm manly. You three are probably all fucking each other, and I'm never fucking anyone. But that's because I have standards.
Yeah. Yeah. The amount, dude, it's so many.
The amount of fantasizing that was going on in the comments of like just like
Jesus Christ, how horny can you be,
dude? The right wingers think about sex and my pussy more than I do.
Yeah, that's dude. I know the people are beating off in that comment section.
Dude, the amount. No, yeah, like literally half the hate comments was like, "You three are all fucking."
Yeah.
You three are all fucking.
Yeah,
I know it.
You guys are having.
I know it.
I
What
know
is
you
it?
guys are fucking.
I know you. I know you guys are fucking so hard.
I know you guys are fucking. I know it to be true.
They sound fucking deranged, dude. Like, goddamn. Like, I'm a hypersexual sex worker. The average right-winger fucking transphobic conservatives thinks about sex more than I do. Like, 100%.
100%.
Y'all think about trans sex to a creepy degree.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Yeah. Well, I think we've given them enough credence. What's credence mean? Does that just mean like attention?
I don't know.
I'm gonna pull up the diff.
This is
See, we're
this is
learning.
journalism right here.
We're
learning.
Credence. Belief or acceptance if something is true. So I just don't think that really works here. That was like gross, actually. Normally, I don't describe like it as gross. Like it's about, but then,
I've never made that sound before.
it's like someone burps. I'm usually fuck yeah, dude, nice. That was funny. That was really gross sound.
I'm sorry, man.
No, dude, I don't care. I don't. I mean, it's kind of awesome that you made it sound like that. I've just never heard a burp like that before.
I really opened up my throat for that one.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah. I was gonna say that's what she. I haven't said that's what she said in so long, but that one was just,
It was right there.
right. Okay. Well,
What's next in the notes?
I think we want to play I want to play the word connecting game.
All right, we're switching gears so hard right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see how just how sibling connected our fucking brains are, right?
Should we crack open the last beers for this one?
Are there more?
I think there's 2 more.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I'll say what we're gonna do right now. So we're gonna play that game where both of us, start with a word, and then we have to try to end up at the same word. So you count 1, 2, 3, and then we both just say a random word. And then we have to try to find the connection. So we start with the first word. It could just be literally anything. And then we try to find the connection there until we both say the same word. And you want to try to do it in, as few rounds as possible. Honestly, high five to me. I did a great job at explaining that just now. I'm really good at explaining games. I'm really good at it. Hand me the guy.
You want a spiked limeade?
No, you take the spiked limeade.
You sure it's got passion fruit?
You take the spiked limeade.
Being emasculated.
Get emasculated, dog. This is the trans rights podcast. You're gonna love it.
You want rock, paper, scissors for it?
I really don't want that.
Yeah. All right. See how much.
Maybe you shouldn't have drank all your guys so fast, and then you'd still have a guy.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have drinking the guys from the past.
Oh, that's so true.
Okay, you explain the game?
Yeah, I explained it.
Okay.
Should we just go for it?
All right. One rule. Can't do anything inside the room.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that's so much harder.
That is a bit harder.
Okay, I got one.
Okay, yeah, I got one.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, skeleton.
Mountain was mine.
Mountain, skeleton.
Okay, I got one.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, rock
Skyrim.
climbing. Skyrim and rock climbing.
Oh, okay, wait. Fuck.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
Well, we're trying to connect though.
Yeah.
What would you choose? I got one.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Throw to
game
the world.
bugs. What? Throw to the world?
Yeah, 'cause
Oh.
it's like the tallest mountain in Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bugs, game bugs, and throw to the world. We're close.
Okay.
I don't remember Skyrim well enough.
Okay, wait. So, we can't say what we're gonna say, but I got one.
3, 2, 1. Parthenax.
Bethesda. We're like circling around it.
It's like too close now for us.
Okay, I think we can do it.
3, 2, 1.
Dragon.
Dragons.
Dude, that was hard, dude. That was pretty good. That was like a hard one that we got there.
Yeah. We got so close that it got harder because of how close we were.
Nice. That was fun. Okay. Want to do like 3 rounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay.
3, 2. You got one?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Church.
Corn.
I got one.
Okay, you got one?
I got one. 3, 2, 1. Centralia.
Chehalis. Oh, dude.
That's
great.
I mean, obviously 3, 2, 1. Washington. No, okay.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay, we said 2 cities that are right next to each other.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
We got it like round 2 pretty much.
Okay, we can do it though. Get it without. Okay.
You got one?
Yeah.
Wait, are we continuing on this one?
Try to get it the same.
Okay. Wait. So, scrap Washington.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Seattle.
Hometown.
I think this one's dead.
Yeah, I think.
I don't
but
know.
It's like okay, Centralia and Chehalis are basically like the same place.
Yeah, we pretty much said the same
we
thing.
pretty much nailed it.
All right, I got a new one.
Okay.
Wait, I lost it. What was I gonna say? Oh, I remember. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Lantern.
Earthworm.
Earthworm and lantern.
Oh, dude, I got one. Dude.
Earthworm and lantern. What?
Dude, can you think of something that has...
No. Earthworm and lantern.
Dude, you're there.
Bro, I'm so lost. I don't even know where to go from there.
Earthworm and lantern.
Earthworm and lantern. Okay, this is gonna be vague, but I've got one.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. James
Life.
and the Giant Peach.
Fuck.
Life
Dude.
and James and the Giant Peach. Dude, fuck. I think you don't want to go vague.
I got too vague.
Yeah.
James and the Giant Peach. That's a good one. Fuck. Fuck. This game's hard.
Okay. I got one.
I got one too.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Spiders.
Childhood.
3, 2. You got one?
No.
Spiders in childhood.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
The
Black
time there was a
Widows.
bunch of spiders in your room. There was a lot of black widows. Yeah, I got bit by a black widow one time. Did you know that?
No.
Dude, I was camping, and I was walking back to my tent, and I was fucking loaded, and I just felt just a horrible pain on my foot, and I thought I must have stepped on a rock or just hit it against something really hard, and it hurt really bad. And then I just went into my tent and passed out. I woke up early in the morning, and I put my shoes on in the dark, and I was sitting by the fire with everybody, and I was like, oh my god, I think I hit my foot last night, and then I pulled my sock and shoe off, and it was the size of a golf ball, dude. Just purple, it's just 2 obvious bite marks, and then somebody who was there who like knew bite marks was like, that's almost certainly a black widow bite.
God damn.
Yeah.
Wait, did we get it? Oh no, we were on Black Widow and
Oh, black widows and
the time. It's supposed to be like, it's not supposed to be like something you have to describe, I think. Like, it's not like a situation. It's
okay,
like
I know it. I know what we do though.
I don't from this point.
Dude, come on. It's like
Black Widow in the time. There was a bunch of spiders in my room. A fucking spider gave birth in my room one time, and so there was just like thousands of baby spiders like crawling all over my desk.
yeah, it was gross.
And it was terrible.
Yeah. Okay, this is easy. This is easy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's easy.
I
Black widows and spiders in your room.
I'm lost, bro. 3, 2, 1.
Childhood
Attic.
bedroom. Okay. Childhood bedroom and attic. 3, 2, 1. Our house. What are the two things that they both are? We were crushing this when we were not doing it on camera.
We crushed it a couple times. I think I'm too drunk for this game.
No, dude, that should be helping you tap in. That should be helping you tap. All right, we'll do one more.
Living room, childhood house.
Okay,
It's
okay.
close enough.
No, dude, it's not. We got to get the same one. The Chehalis to Trailer one was really good. That was really good.
We were so
especially
close.
because Corn
Pretty
and
much.
Church first time. That was really
That
good.
was huge.
Yeah. All right, let's try. Okay, living room, childhood home.
I got one.
Okay,
3, 2, 1. Sparky.
Christmas tree.
3. Sparky and Christmas tree. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Nostalgia.
Fireplace.
We're not tapped in.
Okay, fireplace and nostalgia.
Wait. No. I mean,
Dude, I think you're overthinking it.
I am for sure.
Dude, what's like the biggest memory we have connected to the fireplace?
3, 2, 1.
Dad.
Cigarettes.
Okay, dad and cigarettes. Okay, dad and cigarettes.
Dad smoking cigarettes at the fireplace
No.
is like pretty much like, I think that's what we were both going
But
for.
okay, we got to get to the same
Dad
word.
and cigarettes.
All right, dad and cigarettes. Okay, you know it. You know what to say. You know what to say for dad and cigarettes.
Fuck, I don't.
Dude.
Oh.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Camel.
Okay. shoot that.
We got there. we took the scenic route, but we
Yeah.
got there.
Okay. All right, last one.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
I got one.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Diamonds.
Shopping mall. Okay. Easy.
3, 2, 1. K.
Jewelry store.
K is a jewelry store. We're close.
Okay.
Okay. Easy.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Engagement ring. Wedding ring. Engagement ring.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
I was overthinking it like crazy on a lot of those. It's my problem.
Yeah.
I wanna piss,
All right.
and then I wanna get into
Oh, comment of the week.
comment of the week probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back. You entertain.
I'm just gonna go on my phone. Nice. All right, what's on my phone? Some of my friends texted me. That's nice. Ian said he passed out early last night. Alec liked my story. Thanks, Alec. Appreciate you. People are posting nice. Oh, happy Father's Day to all of you fatherless transes who just didn't really have like a strong male figure in your life, so you had to become a woman. And so that's why you did it. I can say this kind of stuff because Kat's not here. You get to know how I really feel. And she probably won't even watch this while she's editing it. She'll push it. But this is where I let you guys all know. It's all an act, dude. It's all an act to try and become the Joe Rogan of the left. Oh, hey, Kat. Oh my God. I love and support the movement so much.
You talking about me and Joe Rogan again?
I was just wishing a happy Father's Day to all the fatherless people who had to become...
Shit, it's Father's Day.
Yeah, have you called Dad?
No, I forgot.
You should want to call him right now?
My phone's... we could use your phone. Should we get Papa Kimz on the pod?
Yeah, sure.
He's still in Bishop, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you call him.
Hell yeah. Papa Kimz on the pod.
Excuse me.
He's very popular amongst my audience.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yo, what up, Father?
Hey.
You're on the podcast right now.
Yeah, well,
We just wanted to wish you a happy Father's Day.
I'm honestly touched. It's very nice of you.
I'm very appreciative of everything you've done for us.
Aw. Well,
You're a great man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I love you too. I love you too.
What you up to?
Well, I'm just kind of basking in my recent chess victory.
Yeah, dude, I was fucking you up, and then you just hit me with that pin and that fork, and it was over.
Pin and fork. I don't even know what it means. I think that means when I...
You pinned my king to my rook, so I had to move my king out of the way. You got my rook, and
Right.
I fucked up. I moved my king to the wrong spot, and then you forked my king and my queen with your knight, and it was over.
That's right.
Yeah. No, you're a little bit of you're sneaky with it. You're sneaky with it. You like that queen all of a sudden just like wasn't a problem the whole game. I was wrecking you, and then you got nasty. It hurt. That's why I took 3 days to respond. I was wrecking you, and then all of a sudden it was even, and then you were just fully winning.
Oh, how delightful. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because you creamed me 2 games in a row, for real. And,
Yeah.
Quite exciting.
So, anyways, happy Father's Day. You got anything you want to say to the world?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm reading a book right now called Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt. Worth a read.
All right.
Definitely worth a read. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't read it, but
It's a wonderful book.
I appreciate
Somebody
the
might.
recommendation. I'm a little dyslexic, you know.
You could do
All
audiobook.
right. I don't know what I can tell you about it, but about a father who's trying to do his best, but by gum, he's cursed with the drink.
Relevant.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, love you, man. Let's go to dinner when you get back.
Chi-Chi's.
We'll definitely do
Chi-Chi's.
that.
Gotta hit up
Yeah.
Chi-Chi's.
Yeah.
All right.
Cooking spaghetti tonight for Dawn and Mom.
Yum.
But,
Hell yeah. Give Dawn and her my best.
I will. I'll be ready for Chi-Chi's when I get home.
Fuck yeah. All right. Later, Dad.
Tell the world to hang in there, and love is the answer.
True. That's so real.
Okay.
Love you, Dad. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, that's nice.
That was real as fuck.
Wish we could call Grandpa.
Yeah. I wish dude could hear.
No, I meant like our dead grandpa.
Oh. I thought you meant Don.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit today.
You did?
But he said it was hard for him to hear me.
Yeah. I haven't talked to him in forever. Anyways, that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. Well, I was saying Happy Father Day to all the fatherless trans people who had to become women because they didn't have a strong father figure in their life. And then I said that I'm just doing, I'm like, I don't even believe in any of this shit. I'm just trying to become the Joe Rogan of the left and siphon money from the Democratic Party.
By being fake supportive of trans people.
Yeah. And I was like, Kat's not even going to fucking listen to this thing. You're going to edit it, skip right over.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jeff is, he's really just trying to get the bag, the trans community bag. Like,
because you guys have so much money.
Yeah. We're all fucking, I don't think I've met a single wealthy trans person.
I haven't either.
I think I'm the richest trans person I know.
That's getting clipped by the ops.
God damn.
Just like, I'm the richest trans person I know, and then just starts laughing. Fuck. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? And it's especially fun. Actually, no, I'm not gonna.
What? No, just cut it out if you don't want to say it. If you don't want it.
We're chilling.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say it's especially funny because I'm like $100K in debt.
$100,000? Are you serious?
Probably not that much.
$100,000?
Probably not that much anymore. Actually, no. Okay, I've lowered it a lot the last year. It's probably more like 40, 50.
Jesus Christ.
But we're in the debt capital of the world, so I'm really just embracing our culture.
Oh my God. Okay. Subscribe to the Patreon. Good gravy.
We're fine. You gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah, but you have to make more money.
So my fault.
$50,000.
It's been a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah,
okay?
Caused by you.
No, a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Rack it up. Who cares?
I'm actually no. That was a bit. I'm very rich, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast is very successful. We're making a lot of money from it,
Yeah.
ladies.
We've made. Actually, I owe you $15.
You're good.
Because we made $30 from the new.
It's pennies to me.
Yeah, I don't need $15 right now. Getting $15 deposited in my bank account right now would not affect the quality of my day, dude. Dude, can I talk about how I gave you $20 to shut the fuck up the other day? Guy's just like, man, I'm so fucking nervous. Like, I just don't know if this shit's gonna work out. Like, I'm so broke, bro. Like I gotta fucking I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm like, we're like trying to record an episode. I'm like, Kat, you were bumming me out, dude. I was like, it's like, look, I got 20. I was like, would it make you feel better if you got $20 right now? And you're like, nah, like, you don't have to do that, bro. Like, I was like, will it make you feel better if I give you $20? And you're like, I mean, yeah, like, that'd be cool. And you're like, man, I feel bad. I was like, best $20 I've ever spent, dude. Because you definitely did chill the fuck out after you got $20. And if that's what it's...
No, that helped. That helped a lot. Fuck.
Yeah. And if you are inclined at all, like, after seeing this pathetic display over here, to fucking put some money in our pocket, freecountrydispatch.com. we got a newsletter, which I will update again. I haven't read something out. I will tonight. I'll do it tonight. I'll fucking do it tonight.
You're not late. It's been active for 2 weeks. You've done 2.
Okay.
Tonight you just got to do that.
Yeah, tonight, and then the more money that you donate to it, because you can. I made that
money you
website.
donate, the less I freak out and lose my shit.
And the more newsletters are, right, and they're very good.
That was a great bit. I'm actually super rich.
Yeah,
and
that
very
was
successful.
Yeah,
we're pretending to be poor.
because that's what Stefan, our handler, who's gay, by the way, which
said we had to cosplay poor people to seem more
relatable. That's what he told us to do. Yeah.
So, good job, us.
Yeah, he's like one of those types of white gay guys that has really long fingernails and just like talks like a black lady for some reason.
Yeah,
that's Stefan. He's our
thinks
lady
he's breaking gender norms because of the fingernails.
Yeah, but they're like really long.
Yeah,
But
other than that, he's just like regular fag.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that. I'm not allowed to say that if that's how you would characterize it.
You want to say the F slur so bad. Like, literally all you have to do is suck one dick. And then you get to say it for the rest of your life.
I just, force myself through. I'm, throwing up the whole time because it's so disgusting to me. It's, the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but I'm like, I want to be able to say it with impunity. It's the most traumatic experience of my life.
Traumatic.
Yeah, I'm just, and it's it was worth it though.
It's
because
so...
now I can say it as much as I want.
Would it really be that gross to you?
No, I'm just kind of playing out the exaggeration of it. Yeah. I mean, I really wouldn't want to do it. I don't know if I would throw up because of it, but I would definitely feel like shit after.
But then you get to say it for the rest of your life.
Might be the deal of a lifetime. Because I could say it on the show. It would probably be good for the show. All right, fellas. Just feel free. Send as many dick pics as you want to the chat.
Hey.
To the main chat.
Hold on.
And then I'll pick the best one, suck it, and then I can say the F slur as much as I want for the show.
Sure.
Everybody wins.
Oh my god. I gotta calm down.
All right. Comment of the week was so from now on, for every episode from now on, and we're never gonna miss this up or skip it or forget about it.
We're doing comment of the week.
We're gonna do the comment of the week,
and we got probably the best comment of all time.
So good luck trying to top this one.
We've been on this. We've been on the internet for quite some time now.
Yeah,
we've had unrestricted access to the internet since we were 5.
Yeah,
which has been both damaging and
I guess the jury's out on that.
Yeah. We are who we are today.
Yeah. This is one of the best comments, hands down, I've ever seen.
This was wild. So this came as a comment. So I've been making videos on Omi TV, which is kind of like the new Omegle.
Which is kind of like the old chat roulette.
You video chat with strangers that just pairs you with strangers. And I was talking to this guy who was transphobic, but my whole thing is being nice with these transphobes and kind of shooting the shit to the point where they're vibing with me and laughing and they enjoy my presence, and that's just kind of something I enjoy doing. And in this specific one, the guy was telling me if we hung out he wouldn't hit my blunt. He would have to cut the tip off of the blunt to hit the blunt that I offer him. And so this person says, we are the targets of dehumanizing.
This is a comment somebody left under that video of Cat Cat trying to kind of win over this transphobic guy.
Yeah. So my goal is to kind of just
I think you made your goal clear. I just wanted to make sure that people knew what this is. Commenter.
I want the transphobes to get along with me, and so I put up with a lot.
Yeah.
And this person comments, how would you say this username? Should we? Do you
lordy.
think, I mean, they publicly commented it, so it's fine.
Ho Monotopia. Ho Monotopia. Homotopia.
Homotopia spelled like wild.
Yeah.
You're wild for understanding that one. But it's spelled like HEAUXMEAUXT-topia.
Yeah.
Really cool username, actually.
Yeah.
We are the targets of a dehumanizing propaganda. Wait, my bad. I'm a little drunk. I'm a little dyslexic.
You want me to read it? I'm a strong reader.
You should be the reader here. I'm not. You'll have to scroll. It's because it's a two-parter.
All right, this is Homotopia. We are the targets of dehumanizing propaganda to incite a prejudiced, hysterical mob. The antidote is human connection. Seeing our humanity counteracts the brainwashing, but it's also not helping us to fawn and allow disrespect as a condition of being tolerated. If someone is begrudgingly going to partake of my delicious weed, but then say they are going to need a separate mouthpiece and act like my existence is the cooties, nope. But I'm also 58 and have tried many facets of marginalized people diplomacy. I'm also a POGM, so I've seen multiple angles.
POGM is a term we've not heard before.
People of the global majority.
Yeah, which basically I don't fully understand, but according to Google, just means like it's like minorities in general.
But it's like because the idea is that.
Or no, not minorities in general. It is more specifically people of color.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's a different way of saying POC.
Right, because it's like we have a tendency to like think of like BIPOC or whatever.
But yeah, white people are not the majority in the world.
Yeah, so it's like a way of being like, because it is kind of weird to call them. They're minorities, like black people are a minority in this country. But like black, Asian, South American, those are the people of the global majority. But,
POGM, that's an acronym I haven't heard until
and
this
normally,
comment.
like, I hate new letters. Like, when people are doing new letters and new abbreviations, it's, like, usually annoying.
That's a good one,
But that's actually a pretty fucking good one. I hit 50 and stopped being as patient. Because 50 years is a long-ass time to patiently play cult deprogrammer and ambassador. So I stopped. What was surprising was I still experienced the same behavior from people with cis or skin privilege, because overcoming cognitive dissonance is a pretty predictable process, and it's about them choosing to stop being operated by it. Humanizing myself can happen via diplomacy or fawning or just being very honest. That includes how I feel. I find that flipping the script also helps. If a white cis woman was wanting some of it, if a white cis woman... I emphasized the wrong word. If a white cis woman was wanting some of his weed but snipped off the blunt to not share lip occupancy with him, would the cis black man in this scenario still be happy to share and hang out? I mean, maybe. Or would it suddenly feel ick? I mean, that too. Because her prejudice took an autopilot shit upon his existence.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for that comment.
Yeah.
That was huge. I love the way they say, what was it? Humanizing myself can happen via diplomacy or fawning or just being really honest. Mm-hmm. I think that's a really good. Right. I think that's a really good sentence. Humanizing myself can happen via diplomacy or fawning or just being really honest. Mm-hmm. I fawned a little bit in this scenario, and that I was like, all right, yeah, we've reached a compromise. You can, snip the tip off of my blunt, and then we can, still hang out. I don't know if that's what I want to continue doing. I want to continue to try to vibe with people and try to, get them to like me in a way that's why can't we just be friends, even though I'm trans? But I don't want to. I feel like accepting that and being like, yeah, you can just snip the tip off is belittling to the trans community as a whole. I want to still be friendly with these people, but not in a way that belittles transness as a whole. So I think that's a really good, almost kind of criticism of her on my part, because she did earlier mention how I was fawning a little bit. And yeah, I feel like trying to teach the oppressors can happen in multiple ways, and I feel like getting along with them is one of them. But I think it's also valid to be angry and come at it in a combative way. Just like I'm seeing a lot of debate about protests lately, and I was talking about this earlier, whether or not peaceful protesting or rioting is, the way to do it. And I feel like both are necessary. I feel like trying to show your humanity and get along with your oppressors is as valid of resistance as not resistance necessarily, but I think that's a valid response just as much as, anger, rioting, combative behavior. I really think both are necessary.
I think both of them kind of work like hand in hand, and if it's too much of one, might not be so good. It's like a mix of the two. I
think it's an important balance, and this isn't a comparison I love to make to like trans rights, but I feel like it's just one that makes the most sense to me, is the way Martin Luther King went about freedom compared to Malcolm X. Martin Luther King is known as, the peaceful protester, and Malcolm X was kind of the other side of the coin with that. But it just
they called both of them violent.
Exactly. And I just think both are necessary in a movement, because you have to get the other people on your side while at the same time not putting up with their oppression.
Yeah, I think they can, they work together and they balance each other, because it's like when you're all lovey-dovey, but you don't have anything to back it up, then it's like just impotent, like you're not doing anything. But if you're, you're all about like power grab, but there's no like love and understanding behind it, then, that's like cruel. There's cruelty without love. Cruelty is the absence of love.
Yeah. And these were kind of things I was thinking about. And then that comment got me like, I don't know, really thinking about it.
But we're not by any means like saying like you shouldn't like, people are going to protest with force. And, I think lighting Waymos on fire is not something that you should do. Don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't endorse that.
Even if it's really cool and is a really solid form of protest.
Because it's like, maybe you might think that, hey, these are purely the products of billion dollar companies that are seeking only to exist.
Corpo-fascist America.
To make people's lives worse and shittier and paying people out of their jobs.
Yeah, even if the robots could be making all of our lives easier, but the elites are using them to take jobs from us and, have us be more poor in the end. It's like, don't do that.
I'm the Joe Rogan to the left. I'm the Joe Rogan to the left. Safe.
I'm pretty lit, and I think
we're good. What do we got? We're at like 120, 110.
We're at about where we usually are. So I'm still making my points, but it's getting a little bit harder to make them. And
you want to fucking play chess?
You want to play chess? You want to end the stream and play chess?
Should we do like one? Want to just do like two conversation starters, because it's like the only reason that I do that is because sometimes I'm watching a podcast and when the ending is like abrupt, I get sad. I'm like, oh my god, they're like already leaving. So I think just for the people who are just wanting to hang on a little longer, we'll give them
fuck it, let's
like
do it.
Two conversations, like just quick ones, just be like, so they can be like, oh, yeah. They're not going quite yet. So these are best conversation starters of 2025.
The best conversation starters of 2025.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What was the last song you sang out loud or danced to?
The That I want your things in my room. I miss you all the time. Is that Julia Wolf? Is that her name?
That sounds familiar.
That's that song. I'm pretty sure it's Julia Wolf.
If you could pick one TV show to describe the relation... Oh. Last song I sang or danced to.
I feel like I've never heard you sing. Like try to sing, really.
I don't really sing or dance, really.
Yeah, you don't. You're kind of boring.
Well, I dance like at the bars and stuff. I'll dance. And I'll do karaoke.
Really?
Yeah, you ever see me do karaoke?
I've never seen you do karaoke.
Usually
What the fuck?
I'll do either "I'm on Fire" by Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, obviously there's.
Probably "I'm on Fire" by Bruce Springsteen.
You did the cover of fucking Rage Against the Machine. That was the most one of the most fire covers I've ever heard in my life. And you started fighting me in the audience. We used to do local shows, and that was fire, dude. It's crazy how much you sound like the dude.
Yeah, that's why we did that cover, because at my voice, especially at that time, I just sounded a lot like him. Okay, if you could pick one TV show to describe the relationship you have with your family, what would it be?
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle, dude.
Yeah.
or The Simpsons.
Or The Simpsons, yeah.
Yeah. Malcolm in the Middle is more accurate to our upbringing, but The Simpsons is more accurate to like our dynamic, I think.
Yeah, like we definitely were like the Simpsons living in the Malcolm in the Middle house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Lisa. You're Bart. Dad's Homer.
Mom's
Marge. Because Mom's obviously not Lois.
Right. Yeah. I remember we would watch Malcolm in the Middle with our mom, and she would always be like, "I wish I could be more like her."
Really?
Yeah, she would like say that all the time. She was like, "She's so cool."
I love that.
Yeah.
Dude, I rewatched Malcolm in the Middle recently, and like she is kind of that bitch.
Yeah.
Lois is that bitch.
Yeah, no, she's like Hal just loves her so much.
Yeah.
He's so horny for her constantly. When the scene where like Lewis is like talking to Malcolm about sex, and she's describing it, it's like he's like that Hal's like an army, like he sends the generals and then the cavalry, and even on some nights a couple of spies.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I think we can fucking end it there. What do you say? Hey, that was kind of a good episode. Oh, we'll see you on the other side. Probably on the other side of a paywall, because we need to start making money off this thing. No, if we do paywall, we'll keep we'll have one free episode a week.
Same amount of time, probably.
The same time, same amount,
episode.
and then the Patreon episode. You know, the chat
We're waiting
model,
to get YouTube partnered. This episode's probably gonna get us there.
Probably will.
Probably will. If YouTube accepts us, YouTube, please.
Yeah,
we love you, YouTube.
We were pretty cool about it, because when we did Edward 40 Hands, because they don't like excessive drinking, like happenstance drinking is fine. But we never mentioned that we were doing Edward 40 Hands.
Yeah. No, we're chilling.
Yeah. So I think we'll be good.
Thank you, Patriots.
Thank you, Patriots.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon.